In this video, I'm gonna talk about how the pay-to-play scam works, don't fall into the fake television, and book deals. I'm gonna give you guys the red flags, how the business work, and what to look out for, how to verify. Why do I qualify for the subject matter? I am an entertainment professional. I have produced movies, I've developed television shows. In fact, if you look over here, a press announcement just came out with the show that I am producing right now. I have also been in the personal development space for the last 4 years, and I have seen a lot of people misuse the power of media. I don't feel like anyone should be scammed. I always say I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly in different industries, and this one is to help protect you so you could build your brand or get the exposure that you need for yourself. Fake TV opportunities. If someone comes to you and say, hey, I want you to be in this TV series, and it's gonna be a few $1,000s. I've seen anywhere from $8,000 all the way to $100,000 to take a spot into this TV show. And if you gotta pay right now to reserve that spot, I will tell you that is a scam. So that's the first red flag. The second red flag, look at the distributions. I'm gonna give you a few examples that I have seen. Oh, if you pay $8,000, you're gonna be on a show on Amazon. The thing with Amazon is there's this thing called the Amazon Original, which is produced by Amazon with their executives, with a really professional production team for high quality television shows. And then you have the other part of Amazon where anyone could just upload their videos on Amazon, and then you promote it, you sell it, and then people will pay like $4.99, $9.99 to watch it. I could probably upload this one on Amazon, but I've known shows have sold it saying that they're an Amazon show. I've also seen decks. This is the most BS deck I've seen. Pay $25,000 to be on this TV show, and on the deck you have a bunch of celebrities on there, and you have Netflix, Amazon, Hulu on the deck saying this is where it's going to be distributed. So first of all, that is not how it works. Unless this is a studio that is very prominent, that is professional, they're able to produce it on their own dime and get it distributed, maybe. But if the person that's coming to you, they're not legit, so you wanna do your research, they're not gonna be able to get on all those platforms. I will tell you that right now. And then maybe they have their own platform, or their own streaming service, or their own app. Then this is where you wanna do your research. Because at the end of the day, if I was gonna pay $8,000, $25,000 to get on a show, I'm probably looking to grow my brand and exposure. I'm gonna assume that for you as well. Then look at where it's gonna be distributed. Is it worth my money? Is it a return of ROI? You know, I have seen some BS apps. Again, no one's gonna pay for it. It's just going into the black hole. And the last thing, you wanna vet out the producers and the filmmakers that's making this. Okay, so if I'm spending $25,000 to help produce and be a part of the show, I want it to be high quality. I want it to be high quality, not just production value, but also the whole content, the whole story, the show that I'm a part to be with. So you definitely want to see the shows that these people have produced, not just a fancy trailer. Anyone can make a trailer look really good. That's why trailers are there to sell a project. Trailer is just taking a bunch of crazy footage, chopping it up really quickly. I'm talking about that actual show. The last thing that you want is to invest all this money to be a part of a project and then for it to be very crappy. I've seen that happen too. So let me give you a little background on how the real professionals work. The person that is producing the show, they're always looking to produce the highest value in the show in terms of the storytelling, the show, and the production value. Because a producer, they want their show to monetize the show. They want it to have good distribution and good rating. The more distribution they have, the more money they earn. They can produce series. So a legitimate producer, a good producer will really do their quality control. The casting is going to be very strict. They will look at the talents. They will look at the story. They will make sure every single person they bring in is going to create a good project because they're looking to earn money from the project. I call it the masterpiece, the art, and not from the contestants, right? Or the people that's a part of the show. This is getting more into show business, but I also have seen, you know, filmmakers, they have this idea, all people come in for the passion and love of the project. That works too. However, what they will not do is they will not say, you have to put $10,000 in to secure your spot right now. That is a red flag. So now let's talk about the shady book deals. You have no idea how many people have approached me, and I'm sure you too, to pay an X amount of money to be a part of a book. with a guarantee that I'll become an international bestseller. Just check out this message, what they're asking me, and look at what my response is. I've also had the opportunity to see how some of these projects work. They're not focusing on the quality of the book. They're not focusing on the editing or the marketing aspect. They are focused on selling to earn money. And many times I've seen there's a lot of overpromise and underdeliver. So you don't want to fall into that trap. And many times they get you in, they try to upsell you to other stuff. Do you want me to do your social media? Do you want me to edit your book for another cost? So those are the stuff that you just want to be very careful. A traditional publisher, a publisher that is looking to publish your book, they think your book is of asset and value, or you as a human, they'll pay you. That's what you want to look into. And if you're really looking to publish a book for yourself, I would say, why don't you just self-publish? Because if you self-publish, it's your book, you know where the money is going. Yes, there's gonna be a lot of work, but you'll be surprised how important marketing is for any book. And for myself, I'm also publishing a book right now. I have a children's book and I also have a self-help book. And I say, work on it, work on growth, work on growing organically. The bestseller status is very nice to have. You know, we all want to be a New York Times bestseller or an Amazon bestseller. And I know there is a whole algorithm hack for Amazon bestseller. I always believe, do really good work, do the work at marketing yourself, because that's when you're going to stay true to yourself. Yes, it's not easy, but I find when you actually do the work and you actually earn that status for yourself, it's so much more rewarding than trying to like pay it in and buy it in. I just seen so many of these scams. I've seen it because people pitch to me. I've seen it because I know people that are doing it. And that's why I'm making this video, because I don't want you to fall into that trap. Last thing about the Shady book deals, they're also gonna ask you for a hefty cost to be in the book. And they're gonna say, save your spot, we're gonna close out. So you wanna be careful on that, okay? Don't fall into that trap. I've seen any numbers from 888 or all the way to 3,000, 4,000, even 8,000. And the crazy thing is, I look at the editing of the book, it looks so cheap. Like, please, if you're gonna invest for someone to assemble a book for you, at least make sure the packaging is done nicely, or else just use that money, hire someone on Fiverr. There's so many great artists on Fiverr. There's so many videos on YouTube that could teach you how to design your book, your branding. Even with all the AI tools, you could do it yourself now. So a few red flags to watch out, just a quick recap. The upfront fees for exposure, that is the biggest red flag. It's one thing if they say, hey, I wanna do this book or I wanna do this project and I'm looking to raise some money to produce it. That's different because you actually have ownership in that project, but paying an upfront fee just to be a part of it, red flag. Vague credentials. They can't give you exactly where it's gonna be distributed on. National TV, it's gonna be featured here, it's gonna say Amazon, it's gonna say all these. You don't know, you wanna be able to vet it out. A great resource for you is IMDb. If you get IMDb, you can see, are these people legit? You can also just Google them as well. The last one, pressure tactics. You gotta buy into it now to save your spot or you lose it. I don't buy into that. I made those mistakes, I lost money, so I don't want you to make the same mistakes. Here's another thing that is also very important. No transparent contracts. A lot of these shows, they'll give you the link to pay. They don't give you a contract. How do I know? Because again, I fell in that trap. I paid to be a part of a book project and they never issued a contract. And after a year, nothing happened. You always wanna have it in contract and black and white. What are they providing? What promises and guarantees they're making? Always have it in your contract signed. And mark my word, have that contract, review it before you pay. And a tip I have for you, always put it on a credit card that's gonna have your back. That's another mistake I've made. Every time I make any kind of investments, now I make sure to put on my Amex card. Amex, and this is not a video for Amex, but at least they really have their customers back. And if not, just remember, most of the credit cards, the dispute is 30 days. So I don't do cash, I don't do wire transfer. I always put it on a credit card that I know is going to have my back. If you guys have to get into a dispute. If you don't, better not. You know, there's still good projects out there. So I'm not saying that all of these are bad. I'm just giving the red flags that I have seen. And then the lack of proven results. Okay, this is the one thing I don't buy into. When I am gonna be a part of a project, I always look at the team's track record. It's okay if it's a new company, but look at every single person's track record. What have they produced? Look at the book series. Look at where it's done before. If it's a book, buy a book. Read through it. Is it something that you want? Is there a track record? You want to make sure, whether it's a book or the TV show, you want to make sure you have actually seen the product. Don't be the guinea pig. I say that because I was a guinea pig for a few different projects, and unfortunately, it just never worked out. So my money doesn't have to be wasted there. So always trust your instinct. What does your intuition say? My instinct now always tells me if someone's pushing me to buy something at this very moment right now, the answer is always going to be a no. If it's too pushy, the answer is gonna no. And lastly, if you're looking to come up with a book, if you're looking to be on a TV show, opt in for organic growth. Opt in to do the work, do your marketing, build your social media, create your own content. Right? And if there is a really great opportunity for you to be on a legitimate show, I say go for it. I'm not saying that all TV shows are bad and all book deals are bad. I'm just simply painting out what are the scams, what are the fake TVs and the book deals, and how can you make it real and real good for you. This is Lillian. If you made it this far, go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel. Invite your friend if they could benefit from this. And in the next video, I'm gonna talk about the 5 high ticket scams to watch out for.